Hi friends. So we were discussing about strategies used by different market player based on their position in market, and that position that is designed by their market share. So mainly they are market leader, market challenger, market follower and market nicher. So we were talking about market leader strategies. So market leader, they are working to expand their total market, and market that can be expanded through attracting new customers or converting non-user to user. Then we can find the new easy use of our product on occasions, and even we can go for more usage on each occasions. Another thing market leader they are going for is defending whatever market share they have. So how they can defend the market share? One is continuous improvement. So whatever products they are having, they should continuously improve their product. They should match their product with their competitors product. And one example is Dialog Telecom. So Dialog Telecom in Sri Lanka, they were having 62% market share, and they were covering 90% of geographical area through 3G network. Right. So when 3G network came into existence, so they were so prompt and they improved their network from 2G to 3G, and they maintained their share up to 62% in Sri Lanka. Another is responsive marketing. We can call it as feedback marketing also. So they are in regular touch with their customers, and they're taking their feedback, and in response to their feedback they are improving their product and services. Even anticipative marketing is also there. So they are working in advance, so in anticipation that this can be happen to our product or services, they are improving their service or product, and thereby they are defending their market share. Another possible option is creative marketing. So many companies they are going for creative marketing. Even they are adding new features, new technologies to their product and services, and thereby adding some creative features or adding creative marketing strategies. They are defending their market share. Then which are the defense strategies? We are talking about defending market strategies, right? So market leaders they are defending their market share. Whatever market share they are having, they are defending them. So which are the defending strategies? So these defensive strategies are position defense, flank defense, preemptive defense, counter offensive defense, mobile defense and contraction defense. So we will see one by one. So first is position defense. So position defense, that means occupying the most desirable market space in consumers mind through building superior brand. So our brand should be so good, it should be so powerful, and brand image it should be so powerful in our customers mind, so that our customer will definitely buy our product, and the brand that will be totally impregnable. The example is iPhone. As we know that iPhone, the brand is well known, and the brand loyal customer of iPhone, they will definitely purchase iPhone, no other phone than iPhone. Another possible defense is flank defense. So flank, as you know, flank is a weaker part. So companies they are weaker in some of the areas, like in some of the market or in some of the pricing product, right? So market leader they should erect outposts to protect a weak front. So in which area they are weak? Suppose they are having very less product in low priced, so they should develop low priced product also. Like when detergent powder Nirma they came into existence, so PNG they developed their product with low price detergent also. Say they should go for flank defense also, they should protect their weaker areas. Then preemptive defense. So preemptive defense, that is attacking an enemy before they attack you. So in anticipation that our enemy will attack us. So better to attack our enemy before they can attack us, and try to know about your enemy's attack and attack them in the same direction. Like SBI, though SBI is market leader, but SBI, they are continuously increasing their branches, right? They know that our competitors, they will increase their branches, they will increase their products. So that's why SBI, they are increasing their branches, and even their products are so that they follow preemptive defense. Now, as we know, within marketing realm, defensive strategy, preemptive defense, it is a defensive strategy where company target the competitor before they could become the target, and many time engulfing the market and creating presence that is hard to overcome. It is also a form of preemptive defense. So companies, they will try to manage their position such a way that cannot be overtaken by any other firms. So this is preemptive defense. Then counter offensive defense. So counter offensive, that is responding to business competitor offensive tactic or attack. So attack is already done by competitors firm. So now we are responding to it. So response is usually counter attack where victim firm tries to hamper its competitor major business. So suppose they have attacked you in some of the product. So the leader, they will try to attack the attacking firm on the major product or major business area. So they will try to disturb their major portion. So definitely the other company or the attacking company, they will withdraw their attack, and forcing the competitor firms to spend considerable time and resources to recover that particular form of business. Then mobile defense. So mobile defense is diversification mainly, or a defensive strategy embraced by company when current segment operations are likely to take hit in near future. So companies, they are going for diversification. So ITC, Chopal, garment, processed food. So ITC, they have diversified themselves into different product and different segments also, and we can consider it as market broadening, like Bharat Petroleum. So they are mainly selling petrol, diesel, right? So along with that, they are selling the lubricants and other products also. So they are ultimately going for what? Market broadening. And many companies, they takes a prevention is better than cure approach, and create buffer for possible losses going forward. So in future, they know that there will be steep competition and we may lose our share, and we may lose our profit also. So they are working in prevention is better than cure approach. And many a time companies, they are going for contraction, and contraction is strategic withdrawal also we can consider. So they give up the weaker market, so they are withdrawing their all resources from weaker markets, and they are reassigning the resources to stronger market. So many time companies, they are withdrawing also. Then another is expanding market share. So how to expand market share? Product innovation, market segment innovation, distribution innovation, promotion innovation. So we can expand our market share through different approaches. Now, what factor we should consider before expanding the market share? That the possibility of provoking antitrust action, then there will be economic cost, and if we have selected the wrong marketing activity, so that is also possible, and the effect of market share on actual and perceived quality. So if our market share will increase, so whether we are so much capable that our actual and perceived quality will be same as today's quality. So we should know the factors before expanding the market share. Now we will talk about market challenger strategy. So other firms, they are challenging, right? So firms that occupy second, third and lower rank in an industry, they are often called as runner up or trailing firms. So what are the strategies? Challenger, they will attack the market leader, that is one possible option. They can attack firm of its own size, that is another possible option. And third possible option is it can attack small or local and regional firms. Then they can choose general attack strategy. So general attack strategies are frontal attack, flank attack, encirclement attack, bypass attack, guerrilla warfare, and attack from regional champions also. And they will choose the specific attack strategies. First of all, they will select that we want to attack market leader, or we want to attack the same size firm, or we want to attack a smaller size firm, and then they will select any of the attack strategy. So general attack strategies are frontal attack. So frontal attack means face to face attack. So it involves a head on attack on the competitor by matching the competitor in all aspects, that whatever the quality, the feature of our competitor products, we will try to match it in terms of product, price, place, promotion, and they will try to convince the market that their product is equal to the leader, like PepsiCo and Coca-Cola, right? So they're competing their competitor in a way that their product is similar to the market leader. Then flank attack. Flank, as we know, that is weaker part. So they will try to attack the weaker product or weaker area or weaker segment of their competitor, like LG. So what LG did? So television, mainly television providing or a manufacturer, they were focusing only in the urban part of India, right? So what LG did, the presence of television manufacturer or television is not there in rural area, so they have selected the weaker part, rural area, and they have managed their product to sell in rural area, and they have developed rural specific products also. Then encirclement attack. So encircling the competitor from all the front. So challenger firm, they intended to attack the competitor on all major front. So if you want to attack the competitor in all major firm, or the leader in all major firm, so we should have adequate resources, then only we can attack them from all the direction. Then bypassing. So in bypassing, the enemy altogether to attack easier market, they will attack easier market, they will not attack the stiff competitor or a stiff competing market. So there are three possible approach, like diversifying into unrelated product. So the product totally unrelated, so they are diversifying in their product, they are diversifying into new geographical area or new geographical market. Then we may leapfrog in new technologies also, like Pepsi, they have developed Aquafina, Gatorade, Tropicana, different product. So ultimately we are going in diversifying product. Then guerrilla attack. So guerrilla attack, it is the challenger firm intended to launch the intermittent attack with an intention to harass or demoralize the competitor. So they are the intermittent attack, and their intention is to harass or demoralize the competitors. Now the strategy is more a preparation for the war than actual war. So we are not fighting the actual war, we are preparing for war, and we are attacking intermittently. So it consists of small intermittent attacks, conventional and unconventional way, including selective price cut, intense promotional blitzes, occasional legal action also. We are harassing the opponent and eventually secure permanent foothold. So ultimately we are going for small and intermittent attack on the competitor. Then there are certain specific attack strategies also. So challenger success depends on what? Combining several more specific strategies to improve its position over time. So they can go for price discount, lower price goods, value price goods, prestige goods, product innovation, improved services, distribution innovation, manufacturing cost reduction, intensive advertising promotion. So that's why companies are going for specific attack strategies. Now market follower strategies. So follower, they are ultimately imitating, right? But the innovation should be there in imitation. So company, they're following the market leader and market challenger, but there should be good innovation incorporated in their copy or imitation also. So there are four possible follower strategies, like counterfeiter, in which they are duplicating the leaders product and packages, and they're selling in black market or disreputable dealers. They are duplicating the leaders product and packages, and they are selling in black market and disreputable dealer. Cloner, what they are doing, they emulate the leader products name and packaging also, but slight variation is there. While the imitator, they copy something from the leader, but they are differentiating on packaging, advertising, pricing and location. So we can see the amount of copy from leader is reducing, and the adapter, they are taking leader's product and they will adapt it and they will improve it. So these are the different market follower strategies. Then market niche strategy. So there are two options. Either we can be market follower followed by market leader and market challenger, or we can go for leader in small market, and that small market or that specific market is what? Niche. So smaller firms, they normally avoid competing with larger firms by targeting smaller market of little or no interest to the larger firm. So larger firm, either they are not interested in that specific pocket, or they have no interest, or they do not want to enter in that smaller area. So that is a scope for companies that they will occupy their place or their presence in that small specific pocket. But even large profitable firms, they may choose to use niching strategy. Even some of the large firms also, they are also having their niches, or they are working with niching strategy for their business units. So garments with ethnic design motifs are niche product, right? That garments specifically with ethnic design, so that is what niche. Many commercial banks, they have exclusive branches for high net worth customers, or separate privilege customer lounges for important customer. Like SBI, they are having their NRI branch, so branch that is specifically for NRI's customer. No other customers they are entertaining in this kind of branch. They are only allowing NRI branch, and they are looking for NRI transactions only. And the niches, they are achieving what? Higher margin. Mass, they are not selling in mass, they are selling in low volume, but the margin is too high. While the mass marketer, they are achieving high volume and low margin concept. And market niche strategies like niche, they have mainly three tasks. First of all, creating task, expanding the niches and protecting the niches. And niches, they have specialist role like end user specialist, vertical level specialist, customer size specialist, specific customer specialist, geographical specialist, product line specialist, job shop specialist, quality price specialist, service specialist, channel specialist. Right? So ultimately, either they are market specialist, or they are product specialist, or even they are working for specific customers or specific areas only. So this is how market niche are. They are working for specific pocket of customers, and they are getting benefits from them through low volume and high margin strategy. Now there should be balance between customer and competition. We are talking about how to choose customer, how to choose competitors, and what strategy different firms should have or should adopt to compete in market. So competitor, they should have fighting orientation. Then they should go for alert, they should be alert that they can be attacked anytime. Then they should exploit the weaknesses of their competitors, and they should be reactive also. Once they are attacked by someone, they should be reactive in nature. And when we are talking about customers, so companies should identify the opportunity, that which are the opportunity we can grasp from our customers. Then they should look for long run profit, and they should look for which are the emerging needs and which are the emerging groups we should focus. So this is how the company should try to manage the balance between selection of customer and selection of competitors. And specifically for competitor, company, they will select their competitor based on their market share, based on their presence of competitors, and they will select the most resemblance competitor based based on their available resources. So this is all about this chapter. We will see next chapter in next session. Thank you very much.